pride in our youth, as well as helping to instill in them a sense of sportsmanship and confidence, ideals which they often carry throughout their lives. And no other sport exemplifies this better than one of the oldest sports known to man, wrestling. The purpose of this film is to help educate coaches, wrestlers, and fans alike about some of the basic rules of this very exciting sport, and to help them participate in and enjoy wrestling for the 90s. It is a takedown when, from a neutral position, a wrestler gains control over his opponent, putting him down onto the mat, while the supporting points of either wrestler are inbounds. A takedown shall be awarded when one or both knees of the defensive wrestler are touching the mat beyond reaction time, or when the majority of his weight is supported by his hands. In awarding a takedown at the edge of the mat, control must be established while the supporting points of either wrestler are inbounds, or while at least the feet of the scoring contestant finish down on the mat inbounds. A reversal occurs when the defensive wrestler comes from underneath and gains control of his opponent, either on the mat or in a rear standing position, while the supporting points of either wrestler are inbounds. In awarding a reversal at the edge of the mat, control must be established while the supporting points of either wrestler are inbounds, or while at least the feet of the scoring contestant finish down on the mat inbounds. A near fall is when the offensive wrestler has control of his opponent in a pinning situation and any part of both shoulders or both scapula of the defensive wrestler are held for 2 seconds within a minimum of 4 inches to the mat. It is also a near fall when the defensive wrestler is held for 2 seconds in a high bridge or on both elbows.
2, near fall, green, 2.
When the defensive wrestler places himself in a precarious situation during an attempted escape or reversal, a near fall shall not be scored unless the offensive wrestler has control and restrains his opponent in a pinning situation for 2 seconds. If the defensive wrestler is injured, or if bleeding occurs, or if he indicates that he is injured just prior to the near fall criteria being met, the match shall be stopped and a 2-point near fall shall be awarded. If the defensive wrestler is injured or bleeding occurs, or he indicates that he is injured after near fall criteria has been met, the match will be stopped and a 3-point near fall shall be awarded. A fall occurs when any part of both shoulders or both scapula of either wrestler are in contact with the mat for 2 seconds. The 2-second count by the referee shall start only after he is in a position to observe if a fall is imminent. The
3,
shoulders or scapula
4.
must be held in continuous contact with the mat in bounds. Holds are potentially dangerous when a body part is forced to the limit of the normal range of movement. The wrestler applying such a hold shall be cautioned by the referee. If the offensive wrestler causes a potentially dangerous hold to become illegal, he shall be penalized according to the penalty chart. Potentially dangerous holds include the double wrist lock, split scissors,
Break.
toe
Potentially
holds,
dangerous.
the guillotine, when the arm is forced to such an extent as to endanger a contestant. The referee shall verbally caution contestants against forcing potentially dangerous holds into illegal positions without interrupting action, unless it is necessary to stop the hold in order to prevent injury. When the defensive wrestler stands supporting all of the weight of the offensive wrestler, a potentially dangerous situation exists, and the referee shall stop the match. This standing head and arm series is similar to a trip from a front headlock and is potentially dangerous, and the match shall be stopped. Even perfectly legal holds can become potentially dangerous, and to protect the wrestler from injury, they may be stopped. A slam is lifting and returning an opponent to the mat with unnecessary force. This infraction may be committed by a contestant in either the top or bottom position on the mat, as well as during a takedown. A slam shall be called without hesitation. Other illegal holds include the hammerlock above the right angle, the twisting hammerlock, any headlock in which the arms or hands are locked around the opponent's head without encircling a leg or arm above the elbow, straight head scissors, even though an arm is included, a twisting knee lock, the overhead double arm bar, locking or overlapping the hands behind the back from the front, the neck wrench, full Nelson, over scissor from either a straight or figure 4 scissor, or bending, twisting, or forcing the head or limb beyond its normal limits of movement, which also includes any hold used for punishment. This body scissor is unnecessary roughness. This could be considered an illegal hold or unnecessary roughness. A wrestler applying a legal hold shall not be penalized when his opponent turns a legal hold into an illegal hold. The referee shall quickly cause the hold to be released when it becomes illegal. But the match does not stop unless the referee finds it necessary to correct the situation. Interlocking or overlapping the hands, fingers, or arms around his opponent's body, with or without arms included, or both legs by a wrestler who is in the advantage position, except when his opponent has all his weight supported entirely on his feet or that opponent has met near-fall criteria, is in a technical violation, and the penalty point or points will be awarded in addition to points earned. Any grasping of clothing, the mat or headgear of a contestant is prohibited. Any advantage gained by this will be nullified. Grasping clothing to gain or prevent an escape, reversal, takedown, or fall is a technical violation, and the penalty points will be awarded in addition to points earned.
1 point green.
Any contestant judged purposely going out of the wrestling area or forcing an opponent out at any time as a means of avoiding wrestling will be given a technical violation. Both wrestlers should make every effort to remain in bounds. During the next few minutes of wrestling, we will present a few situations where you'll be asked to make the call, so please watch closely. The knee of the wrestler in black is out of bounds, and then he moves up to take control. Is this a takedown? If you said no, you are correct. If you're out of bounds, you must have control in order to earn a takedown. You cannot move up, secure control, and then receive a takedown. This time, the wrestler in the red uniform has the opponent in a pinning situation at the edge of the mat, and the opponent only has his head and shoulders in bounds. Can a near fall be scored in this situation? The rules state that a fall or near fall can be scored if any part of both shoulders or scapula are in bounds. A fall or a near fall can be scored in this situation. A near fall is ended when the defensive wrestler gets out of a pinning situation. How many points should the referee award? 2 points for each near fall, or 2 points for the entire situation?
1, 2.
In order to earn 2 near falls, the wrestler must have his opponent in 2 different situations.
1.
In this example, the pinning situation did not change, but simply went in and out of criteria.
1.
Therefore, if you said a 2-point near fall should be awarded, you were correct. The wrestler in the red uniform has raked the face of his opponent. Is this unnecessary roughness? This is a physical act exceeding normal aggressiveness. It must be penalized.
Roughness on red, we have 1 point green.
Is this back bow an illegal or legal hold? This is an illegal hold by application and must be stopped before pressure is exerted in order to protect the defensive wrestler.
Hold, 1 point red.
In this scene, the offensive wrestler takes his opponent directly to his back, keeping his hands locked at all times. Is this legal? The rules state that when a wrestler takes his opponent directly to the back, as in this situation, it is legal because he has met near fall criteria.
And 3 points near fall.
Is this an illegal neck wrench? Is this an illegal neck wrench? How many points would you award for this maneuver? If you said 1 point, you were correct,
1 point red.
due to the wrestler's proximity to the out-of-bounds line. In this situation at the edge of the mat, is control established, and should a takedown be awarded?
Out of bounds, I have 2 takedown, red.
Is this situation at the edge of the mat a 2-point reversal, or are the contestants out of bounds?
Two, reversal, red.
In this situation, when does the wrestler have control and earn a 2-point takedown?
Two takedown green.
In this locked hands situation, when does the referee award the points for locked hands?
Break. Got a technical violation. Locking hands. 1 point red.
Here is an obvious violation, but the referee must delay the call until the defensive wrestler completes his move.
Technical violation.
The official will then award points for the reversal and locked hands without stopping the match. In this headlock situation, is it permissible for the referee to stop the match because of concern for safety?
Break.
Anytime there is a potentially dangerous hold, it is permissible for the referee to stop the match out of concern for the contestant's safety. In this front headlock, the referee was concerned about the restricted breathing of the opponent. With the match score at 15-1 prior to this takedown, which scene is correct? The one on the left or the one on the right? The referee will award the 2-point takedown, but will allow the match to continue because there is the possibility of the wrestler in the black earning a fall. This would also be true in overtime. The wrestler in red intimidates his opponent. Is this a violation? All unsportsmanlike conduct must be penalized by the referee.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, 1 point green.
Was the referee correct in stopping this pinning situation?
1001, 1002, 1000.
Yes, if it is necessary to stop the hold. Anytime there is concern for the safety of the contestants, the referee must cause the hold to be released. If it is necessary, then the match shall be stopped. Wrestling. One person in direct competition with another. The ultimate test in the sporting arena. A sport of the ages and of today. On behalf of the National Federation of State High School Associations, we hope you've enjoyed Wrestling for the 90s.